onimojam. Wa na wo bia show. No. Asem bia mai. Owie no say besides no de na why. Ade so sinye no ne koy. But then again nipa na sa na yete anyway but it's good to have him back first and foremost.
That's right.
But the chair said, look, we move over there and nothing is going to change. So it's good. Say who say was back. But old habits die hard. Crazy. Old habits would always die hard. Die hard. You'll be a bit master, and then the offers will go catch your call. Say, Balutin. Today, woman, why is Akomeah? But I mean,
unless you see.
Oh, no, I demand the best shama on our day.
Welcome to Safer Sports Plus. As we best subscribe when I share videos now, my for and so NB I share our honor. Collins Atta Poku, any friend of Bishop Atta Poku, or any Juma, I was some party with some FM. And on the analysis, can see at the 200 head of Champions League games and the because one Michael Akomeah Jenfi.
Who is nothing?
No,
we need
Liverpool.
The peak of the night, no. Goals now AC Milan and Real Madrid betrayed, over 2.5 straight.
Bernabeu.
The height of European royalty, both teams to score over 2.5. Real Madrid wins. Fancy look, this game is the peak of European football. Trophies then they go so. 13, 20. And they go so. Mama pile up at the ball. Tinya grown on bidding, but it shows the cyclical nature of football. Getcha same say for. Fancy after say late 90s, any late 80s, any early 90s, no. AC Milan ebe dominate and me atade maka. And Barcelona fans say me agenda boy. I am agenda. Champions League final be anywhere na ferry, three, times in 94 final.
Okay.
Daniel Massaro, and then the Con Unions, actually Dream Team, and Johan Cruyff, and Naneomo 4-0 our Athens Olympic Stadium. Now, what they were seeking to do, Real Madrid, and Spain for a year in 2010, 2014, 2008, 2010, 2012. See, the na Barcelona AM, it been an anchor no Akomeah, sa final, no. The almost side they call G World Cup, no. They were the backbone of the Italian national team. Tinkomo Joe Athens. Mama Sako Joe America. These Italian guys. Until fancy. Sabren and Real Madrid win. Their longest drought after the final with Liverpool in Paris. Omo Koya until then Predrag Mijatovic. Eshes Ago no Ajax Stadium. And Real Madrid back into the big time. Now between that period, now AC Milan have become an all-conquering side. Real Madrid were sleeping. And Real Madrid best so 98, 2000, 2002. Then they went off again. Guess who came back after them? AC Milan. 2003, Shevchenko. And LED team, no, Juventus, Old Trafford. 2005, Liverpool denied them. 2007, where again? The Athens Olympic Stadium. Almost like a G trophy. No? So you put everything together. Real Madrid absence no, afforded them an opportunity to put together a significant run. Since then, we've not seen them again. Ebeba, a cyclical, a Real Madrid fanabesha was hard. Form, they will come back. But then is the levels that has changed. Last time, the time being 2007. Last time, AC Milan J Champions League, no, the closest the Spanish team had come to winning was Barcelona in 2006. So in 2005, they were not there. In 2004, they were not there. In 2003, all Italian final. In 2002, Bayer Leverkusen, we would reference them. But near AC Milan and Juventus here in 2003, our Old Trafford, no. Now Valencia and Real Madrid, aye. Valencia had played the final, captained by Gaisca Mendieta in 2000, only to be deflated by the Real Madrid team. Intianeno, AC Milan call back to the Santiago, but the new Nuevo Santiago Bernabeu, seeing that levels have changed. And maybe now Mujina Sono, not that stadium, our Muyusu Sesiano was the peak of it. And the stadium, no, Bisawadam Fubia or Europe say, Obi Oye TV Juma, it's the most difficult stadium to wire. Some about Champions League game. And the time I beat it for no, you know, Obi also Mokomutimi could do on a pabe 8. Yes, our wiring no, the stadium is dilapidated. Then the achievements are in the distant past. Real Madrid represents the peak of it. Now check, maybe I will be on the far phone. I say from 2007, AC Milan, a year champions. No, Real Madrid are the Champions League. No, they were saying. They just check within that period.
Repeat
4.
And was Abeje
Liverpool 5.
Liverpool 5.
6. Just last
season.
Fancy within that short period, Real Madrid have taken over. Some passports. They are one trophy shy of doubling the next best team in the competition. So Real Madrid the Champions League now here. Oji almost the half. And then said the audio on the chino.
14 which mean was it no.
Oh, 14 this year.
14.
Good. Into Chimas. Oh, thank you.
7. Says Milan was 7. But you were at 15. Madrid made 15.
Into within that period now, I'm call off. Anybody involved, say now you're Adriano Galliani, or Rebbe Papa. So you're Silvio Berlusconi, or Rebbe Papa. You look at this and then go, really? We fell off. And we fell off, and you didn't fall off to anybody but the greatest in the competition. So then just look at it. We are AC Milan fan, Menam for AC Milan fan. God, this was us not long ago. Just once go back, 88. And you see, the entire references are Brazil and Italy final in 94. No? 88, Netherlands, NAJ, European Championship. No? Bambaston about Timben, Gullit about Timben. All these boys were there. Big boys. Marcel Desailly Musobaya and Ombeji. Why? Because Milan had actually lost to a big to these guys, Marcel Fono. So this is us.
Madrid 15 oh.
Imagine 15.
We let's get 12. Say last season we just saw 15. Hey, wait a moment, Joe. Madrid for you.
So fancy the 7 because the entire
no. Uchemu mienu kwa musa wa extra trophy on chain.
You see, Ninja ama many abri no. Some passports. Unse.
Santiago Modeba. Yes, number 15 wada
Santiago Bernabeu no. Ofemusa from a journalist to the very top. Na tima na edidi we matem. Time Berlusconi sorry e pa no. Obekọ Italian press nim. O masem nyina ne say we inti Vafanculo dem didi o matem no. So we mu no sa first 5 no mo gye no. In the time now, Omono be picky, no. So you get it, and they were so dominant. And and Shevchenko Musa de Omubai, and then they dominated, and then they went off. Since then, there will be a moment. They will look back and say that this is us. Near Real Madrid, ANCCI in terms of sporting project, no, it was AC Milan. The best young Brazilian talents moved straight from Brazil to AC Milan. Yeah. Thiago Silva, Alex Pato. I mentioned them. They were all there. How would you want to set up? Again, the best way to go after Real Madrid is transition and control. AC Milan in team in fact, Obianco boss a highline nibi because Kalulu ko. Why not? But you have to manage Real Madrid's transitional play and match them with pace at the back. Into one person, immediately saying, anytime goal scorer for AC Milan, Chelsea player, police now call on.
Oh, form.
Transitional play. And then you see a flying fullback. Coming directly at Real Madrid because of this ball, and then he carries the vengeance of his brother from Atletico Madrid. And the son your money into these games.
On one also know a Madrid boy.
Exactly. So you see a lot would come to play. But this is Real Madrid and AC Milan. Peak European royalty. Now, the final bit. in the glory days who was in charge. So it is that guy on the bench for Real Madrid who will look at the former team like this and go,
Ancelotti na.
Now that's the beauty of this competition. It always brings you storylines. It always brings you storylines. Through Roma days now, or the Baha, a bit Kuchiomo, and the one Jiwi. What has been the story? Senyi Nyame and the Siberia or Istanbul. This guy was doing it within the period of 5 years. 2003 Manchester, 2005 Istanbul, 2007 Athens. So the guy in charge now, the peak of it, Wabeji Real Madrid there. So Jumana Shasi na Ankasano, Shasi Milan. That's where he built himself to become one of the greatest coaches and the greatest this competition has ever bestowed the trophy to. In Tieneno, almost Andiamo, you just have to see the goodbye he would give to his brothers and sisters. Hopefully, his country's native team, the team that propelled him to European glory, would one day rise from the ashes and then get back to going.
Some passports.
The storyline for this is that be happy with yourself, the achievements you have. The other stories you were telling me previously. Be happy with how you've progressed. Because there will be some day you would have to look back on those days and say, those memories are Minyan from sad days should keep me company. Because Emre, Yeninkaso, Unya Shasiyam Kwa Uberi. And it's a cycle. AC Milan were dominant and producing the Ballon d'Ors. Now they are going to watch a dominant team doing what they were doing and producing the Ballon d'Ors. This is it. This is it. This is it. Fancy, this is it. This is the peak of it. Champions League, no. They're for us 22 trophies.
Yeah, between the two.
Baku 15. This is the peak of European football tonight. Liverpool would welcome Xabi Alonso. And their welcome is going to be about the stories. Alonso's first story with Britain, a more cultural exchange program, European Mundus program, Nkra. Odi 16 na office San Sebastian. Echo Ireland. Maybe a county heat. Echo here exchange program. Okusuya brofu and then new culture. Yanya brana omode yetimu hanna omambo ni yi. Kayo tumi fi ha na wako Togo. Na wako suya French. Na waba. Oko ene busuya ehwe no. No mo 2 boys and 2 girls. Omo ball no mo ball Ireland. Omo friend Gaelic football. Basa bi na techeni ade. So he grew up, went back. Nka ordinary Krum team Edge League. Now I've read the memoirs of Xabi Prieto. They know about Sociedad. Prieto say Saska on sure say they will be able to recover. Quite Real Madrid fast. So Edge League no list. On my team Edge League title in 2004. No. Valencia actually did it.
Some passports.
Some Valencia Edge League no with Rafa Benitez. And no more ball Europa League final so Eshe Marseille. Until now, we know that 2003 team no. Nanke beat my side na bisine and I see ya. So he left his hometown club and Oba Liverpool with Rafa Benitez, Oba on Luis Garcia and Ebae, an unfancied young Spanish midfielder, but one of the greatest we've seen in the game. And then he made his Champions League story with Liverpool, OJ Champions League no in Istanbul. Now Oshe penalty rebound etikano. Fancy the beautiful story about this guy's reunion. Peter Crouch in the story. And each time I hear or I tell the story, Emma mystery. Oh, yes, I know we Peter Crouch, Emma Neba Liverpool. Liverpool nya baby man and dying on what they call Hope Street Hotel. Say uncle that Hope Street. The fancy and I all her bar our reception. No her bar ni I say the woman was an amazing dark-haired woman with
passports.
Spanish-looking face. Nah, she liked her. Enti oko baby da hotel wa oko training no. One karaga mu din command say we hu oba bi o Hope Street Hotel. Ne hu efe papa. Ne ti tum say now Spanish. On de unyana nko penti obepe no. E na karaga free training no ko frɛ Gerard mo ne big boys and say crowd be come asem ni biem ne be boa. And no catch on say we girl be pa our Hope Street Hotel. The tune tum Nenima and in the city no not even saw a Spanish girl. Girl no dey unyanko pentino he has a shout obepe. Only for Karaga to start laughing. And I just twice. Almost 3 years, and then they tell him, say, okay, the girl he's talking about, Nagori Aramburu, Jabi Alonso, yeah. And then Omunina started to say, and that's when they became friends. And then we were mommy and son. A good woman supports a good cause because from the age out the FIFA Liverpool, Omoko Madrid, Munich, maybe Omakobiano, she's been part of the story. And then today, I think friends will be reunited. I look forward to the welcome you'll get. What could have been? Fancy, this could have been Liverpool's coach. So
yes.
Easily. Yeah. If he agreed to move, he could easily have been their coach. So, I mean, it's a beautiful story for him to come back. But how old are you? So that speed it, especially if there are decisions in this life, projects you guys are doing, family, especially Akomeah, speed it.
But they are twice why now, and then no,
I lose one as a footballer.
Oh, it's a very now, I will say another chi, asɛm si game na ayɛ kwakɔbɔne nyina ni wɔ hɔ Benzema akɔfa asɛm aba Benzema ka kyerɛ
I will say uni atiase say left one didn't mean Vinicius no adjust as now
that's his end.
Benzema and Kasa Mbappe no,
and he's making an argument on the case. He said in the national team no Mbappe ne born 9 na ontimi mo just all the no to the left wing. Now, he believes Vinicius is the best left winger in the world, which, as it stands, the current.
Who is the best player?
Best player.
Not just winger.
The best player now, you need a best player. It's a real.
In my opinion,
I don't that chair, baby. But it shows, say, I think if people are telling us, Real Madrid, they know Omoye the Mbappe signing, you would agree with them. But the question also remains, say, Mbappe no kwa Real Madrid na kahimfa na nkobeko. One person and Kaya ready say. Then your man or your niskana na all penny na. And then command a caution in the politics in your mess sounding no. Why? And I'm why ready so bit.
My question Anna Debbie and Besame Bizana say real quick. Yes, Vinicius the about Madrid. Imagine Sankaye Ebia Mbappe. Anna to say all things being equal. To say they be a pranis and money in Mbappe born the left all these years. Nkebeka say be married no so mo sani Mbappe.
There be en kasasem. En kan fa so na Mbappe be fa kwakopi mu e Madrid as at the young age. Abra no free Monaco. Akwakopi mu Paris Saint-Germain. Real Madrid was not so much interested as at that particular time because they had a different project. They had a different thing to do as at that time. Enti no mo wi ya akwakopi mu. Real Madrid and kasa player na nkomo pe no wo mu team nim no. Tanye Mbappe asase na Vinicius. They wanted Neymar. Real Madrid wanted Neymar at the start. And Barcelona found home. Neymar. It was more or less like Ada Gula situation there been in Madrid. And Barcelona had to pick Neymar. And Neymar no suji tum na Neymar no so call Barcelona. And no kosi akande ma omo. Which to me we will be using ifs and buts. If Neymar had also gone to Real Madrid, maybe by now, kebi Neymar so a world best. But this is a team on a different level. You're the front of helm. Anna, baby Mbappe finding himself right now in the state of affairs of Real Madrid. He has lost the battle to the South Americans. Medi Kaka say the world best in the FIFA best in the Ballon d'Or issues in European and South America for Nansa better than into Kwakakra. Lionel Messi and Ronaldo the peak of it because Lionel Messi represented the South Americans, Ronaldo represented the Europeans. And the consistency of Lionel Messi in this particular awards, every year concern say, at the Europe, among producer be a money per crony man on being fencing in Aswana. To a certain extent, say the Europeans had to accept say the quality no kuta Lionel Messi no be intimidating for free. And we had the best opportunity to take it. And Cristiano Ronaldo no ya omo di ara kra no. Omo nse da nyada ne mmoro so bebrebe sa. Omo free system nim ko a new terrain aba. The entire South America for the buff bebrebe no. I my Europeans for the buff ba ko no so mu Emma Rodriguez Ballon d'Or ba ko so nie. Because ade no na da ne sakakra. And I say Europe for na beje ba ko ne de ato. Ba ko no so anko anfa ma nipa ye nyina e wo gidi anase ye nyina hu ni se ono ana nka beje Ballon d'Or no. Akodi amani pa fufuro. It's the next one, they will need to appease the South Americans, which is Vini Nbabeje. There's the Andrew Horn and Mbappe so way.
But you say, wow, be share Madrid be a fashion team, so money Buffon and
fancy a Buffon at the Bobo, the Boacacusi saying. You want
now so much show
on the show, people, but Unyaka is still Nankasa issues.
Some passports.
And I watched the whole two teams in ABC. I can tell some another Bishop who can my D because an AC Milan team that had Gullit, Frank Rijkaard, Marco van Basten, Mauro Tossati, Mardini, Nesta, Yamstamp, Galacticos, no Moneto, or Moto Galacticos. They match Real Madrid boot for Galacticos quality of players, even coaches on the bench. To even come to Ballon d'Or. They were the standard and the pinnacle of Italian football, despite Senna Juventus, air dominant in terms of winning a lot of league titles.
Yeah, but Milan, they ain't bow Europe.
Oboku was set by so high. But then you come back to Santiago Bernabeu, and AC Milan is still sharing stadium with Inter Milan. San Siro ni Giuseppe Meazza, and near Bani Adaneno, or Chinabani Adaneno near the stickers for Fratare. And you are coming to look at a modern edifice of club and now winning a pre. Say Ubetimino no Abosu in the Champions League. And then one of the boys Milan. No disrespect to these players, no more AC Milan. But where the gap?
Tijani Reinders.
Bema. Pavlovic, Bishop Adam for Pavlovic. But if you Kayo Tomori Munebo, and over the opposite side, Antonio Rudiger. As I say, Luka Modric Modaso, Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Junior. I'm ready. But I think this is going to really be an open game, and I agree with the goals. Anytime goal scorer for Real Madrid, Vinicius Junior will be up for the tax tonight. Vinicius Junior will be very up for the tax tonight. But at Anfield, I didn't live up for any this season. I did back when I said they don't fight for draw. Only on board run as be na BFM, no board draw, no. Is it that they lose the game or they win? This is a Xabi Alonso team for the first time in so many matches. This weekend game, Omontima shares in Google. But there is Florian Wirtz, Victor Boniface, Granit Xhaka. These guys coming into this particular game against a Liverpool team, I believe, concede. But how to also shut their back line, not to concede against Liverpool, is another key factor. This is a game I begin to say a both team to score. Between Liverpool and by Leverkusen. Anytime goal scorer for Liverpool, call for Mohamed Salah. Salah didn't know or say she Liverpool for no bufu kura. Mo kasano and I'm we did know no second or shed no ma hondo. The opposite side call for Florian Wirtz. These are games. This kid loves big games. I don't know why. Or per big games. That is where he scores a lot. And I think say on the subit match. Leonie Juventus, you're very careful for Juventus. Chelsea will go.
Chemo ho cry and ko one ko ahwe nsi. We were messing this is your best and red card. Well, I am mu coach. I am bent